Hello, and welcome to this speaker introduction for the Dark Money Conference. Here at the Dark Money Conference, we have a goal to create an organised response to financial crime. We're running a virtual conference on the 15th to 17th of September 2021, and you can buy tickets in the comment section below. We believe that if we bring the right groups together in anti-financial crime, we will have a stronger response to organised financial crime. Now, today, I'm delighted to welcome Jean Villedieu from Lincurious, who will be joining us as a speaker at the conference. Jean, would you be kind enough to introduce yourself in a little more detail, please?
Sure. First of all, Ray, it's a pleasure to be there today and to talk with you. So my name is Jean. I'm one of the co-founders of a company called Lincurious. At Lincurious, we specialize in helping teams of investigators for the world fight back against financial crime. And we use graph analytics, an approach that consists in looking at data as a set of nodes and relationships to provide context throughout the investigation process. And in Lincurious, I'm specializing in sales.
Okay, fantastic. So what was it that initially attracted you to working in anti-financial crime, Jean?
Okay, great question. So I initially started the Lincurious company with my partners because we were, big believers in the potential impact of graph analytics to make sense of today's complex connected data. So without, like a strong focus on an industry or a vertical. And then something weird happened. So we were, offering this graph analytics platform to the market. And we saw that, the clients, the organizations that were the most excited about the impact of this technology all had something in common. They were struggling, to fight back against smart criminals, and they needed to piece together as much information as possible to really inform their analytics, both in terms of visualization and in terms of detecting suspicious activities. And that's, really something that graph is ideal for, I would say. So we're engaging more and more with these financial crime experts, and that's where sort of the momentum was driving us in terms of a company. And personally, I also sort of fell in love with this area, let's say. It's gives me sort of that opportunity to play the good cop versus criminals. Those sort of things that I was playing at when I was a kid, and do that in a context where we are really pushing the limits of what's possible with technology, which is also something that I'm passionate about. So it's this perfect sort of perfect combination of something that is exciting from an intellectual standpoint, something that also helps me, make a difference in the world, and also something that's important for the business.
Jean, that's absolutely fascinating, and I have to tell you that's the first time I've ever heard someone describe wanting to fight financial crime as a childhood ambition. So congratulations on that. So look, what I think what particularly excites me about you and your product is the fact that it combines two of the key themes from this year's conference. One of those is about doing things smarter and using smarter tools to defeat, as you say, ever smarter criminals. And the other one is about moving out of defense mode, where we just want to protect our organization, into a more offensive mode, where we actually want to go and take the fight out to the bad guys. Is that an approach that you share?
Yeah, that deeply resonates. One thing that we are seeing a lot of is that the people on the front lines, the ones that are tasked with investigating suspicious activity reports and fighting them, the ones that are tasked with identifying fraudsters that are trying to abuse the system. They're really struggling with the tools. I mean, the tools that they have are working sort of against them to a certain extent. And piecing together the information is often a long, tedious process, super manual, and it just gets in the way of them making smart decisions about the threats that are out there. So it can be very frustrating, and I'm a big believer in the impact that technology can have, the impact that visualization can have in terms of helping folks, have access to the data that they need, so that they can spend their time making good decisions instead of just chasing information and fighting with the tools that they have to find that. So that's that notion of working smartly. I really think that there's a lot that can be done here to improve the status quo, and that's important. I also know that you mentioned that move, that sort of shifts from a defensive posture to something more offensive. And I think that it's also something that graph analytics can help address. The graph approach, it helps you piece together various pieces of information and detect suspicious, complex patterns, and go beyond, simple flags, such as, tell me if one that has conducted more than 10,000 K in terms of transactions in the last 30 days, that sort of things. These sort of things, it generates a lot of false positives, and it creates that culture where you are always trying to catch up with a huge pile of alerts. Whereas if you really can piece together multiple signals, then you are going to be tackling the real schemes that the smart criminals out there are using, and it's going to help you be more focused on the bottom line, I guess.
Yeah, fantastic. And I'm sure that those are frustrations that many people coming to the conference will want to address and will be interested, I think, in hearing more about graph analytics and how that can be useful. So look, Jean, thanks so much for sharing these thoughts today. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again and hearing your views in more detail at the conference.
Sounds good. I can't wait for the conference. Bye-bye.
Great. Bye-bye.